Hey everyone, how's it going? In my previous video, I have mentioned that I would be making a separate video for those who face challenges in RRB PO prelims exam, right? So here it is. Tomorrow we have clerk exam and we need to avoid repeating the same mistake again in this exam. So if you are a beginner, I hope you are not a complete beginner, right? At least you must have learned prelims level questions and practiced, but we often make two common mistakes during the exam. If we can address these, then the prelims exam will be much easier. So now let me tell you what are those mistakes and how to approach that. So the first mistake is not choosing the right questions to attempt, and the second is not reading the questions carefully. Based on my experience, this is what the common mistakes many of us make during the exams. And another frequent issue is rushing to attempt more questions within the given time. Let me explain how to choose questions in reasoning. First, go through all the questions to understand what is being asked. You should approach them in this order. Start with one-word questions, then move on to puzzles and seating arrangements, and finally tackle blood relations. As you review the question, pay attention to the type of puzzles or seating arrangements by reading the first line. For example, if you see a puzzle, identify whether it's a stack or a box, how many people are involved, and if it is involves single or multiple variables. This strategy will help you prioritize and manage your time more effectively. The same approach applies to quantitative section. Start with simplification and approximation, keeping in mind the board mass rule, okay, which is crucial here. And next move on to the quadratic equation followed by data interpretation and number series or wrong number series. Finally, address word problems. And it is very important to use the mark for review option. Whenever you come across questions you find particularly important, mark them for review and tackle them accordingly. And the second mistake I said was not reading the questions carefully, right? So, how can I tell? The question is right in front of us, but due to a careless mindset, we misinterpret its meaning. For example, in puzzles and seating arrangements, if A is immediate right of B means we need to place A is immediately to the right of B, right? But what we do, we place B immediately to the right of A. So, these are all the silly mistakes that we often make. So, be relaxed, stay calm, and approach each and every questions with a clear and attentive mindset. Take your time to understand what is being asked. Okay? And when you solve puzzles and seating arrangements, start with most straightforward clues, okay? Don't start with just by reading the first line itself, because sometimes you find exact clues in the last line. So that's why it's highly advisable to read the entire statement carefully, and you have to be very aware of finding the key informations. For example, A is third to the right of B means straight away you place A and B, but A is 3 places away from B means you have to consider there would be only 2 persons between A and B, right? So if you carefully approach questions like this, you can complete the puzzle in the first try. You don't go for the second try and waste your time. So same like this, when you solve DI, first read the instructions carefully and understand what type of DI it is, like tables, charts or graphs, and identify the key information such as totals, percentage, and perform calculations carefully and manage your time. That's all. So guys, if you avoid rushing during the exam, you are less likely to make careless mistakes. So do your best, good luck, and stay tuned for another useful video soon. See you guys, bye.